This parish church building is situated in the old centre of Corstorphine in Edinburgh, and it's a historic building that attracts visitors for its architectural beauty and fascinating history. Originally known as St John's Church, it was built in the 15th century in the churchyard of an earlier 12th century chapel. The chapel was granted to Holyrood Abbey in 1128 by King David I. It was initially a satellite chapel of St Cuthbert's Church, but by 1158 it had become a church in its own right, with altars to St Anne and the Holy Trinity. A burial chapel was added to the church in 1404 by Sir Adam Forrester, just in time as he died a year later in 1405, and today you can see his tomb inside the church. After Adam's death, the church went on to be dedicated to John the Baptist, and later in 1429, Adam's son, John Forrester, elevated the church to a collegiate church. A foundation stone in the eastmost wall informs us that the majority of the current church was constructed from 1429 in the same churchyard as the earlier parish church. Records show that it was subsequently completed by 1437. The sandstone church was built with a tower and octagonal spire, rectangular chancel, and a nave with transepts. This included the absorption of earlier Gothic features from the previous building and the erection of the characteristic barrel vaults. 200 years later, the collegiate church was dissolved, and in 1647 the building became the parish church. At that time, the 12th century church was razed and a new aisle was added to the building, and stones from the former church were used to build the porch. The old parish church underwent restoration in 1828 by architect William Byrne, resulting in renovation of the nave, removal of a 17th century aisle, and the addition of a new aisle, a two-storey sacristy, and a transept. Further restoration work carried out by George Henderson between 1903 to 1905 left only the original roofs of the east choir and adjacent sacristy intact. The vaults of the nave and aisle, on the other hand, were reconstructed using precast concrete ribbed panels. The church has Scottish heraldic panels and pre-Reformation relics. The Victorian stained glass was provided by James Ballantyne, while the 20th century windows were supplied by Gordon Webster and Nathaniel Bryson. In 1955, the stone font was transferred from Gogar Church and is now located in the south transept. The church is currently administered by the Church of Scotland, and it continues to be an important part of the community and a significant historical and cultural landmark in Edinburgh. Thanks for coming around and checking out the Old Parish Church of Corstorphine in Edinburgh. I hope you liked the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video somewhere else in the world. See ya!